The plane door opens and you're hit by a wall of heat and humidity. Welcome to Saigon. The air is a wild mixed diesel, sizzling pork, jasmine, and the electric hum of life. The city doesn't wait for you, it sweeps you into its chaos. Traffic is a living river of motorbikes, families stacked on scooters, glass panes, baskets, controlled chaos at its finest. Skyscrapers tower over crumbling French villas, temples sit beside neon karaoke bars, old and new collide everywhere. The soundtrack horns, sizzling woks, ice cream carts, and voices in a language that sings. You feel it in your bones. This isn't just a place you visit, it's a place that jolts you awake. The shock is real, but it's the kind that makes you feel alive. $500 in Vietnam isn't magic, it's an art. It's about stretching every bill, making each note work overtime, and learning to see value in the little things. Here, your money transforms, not just in exchange rates, but in the way you live, eat, and connect. Your cash turns into a fat stack of dong, but to make it last, you have to live local. That means skipping the tourist traps and embracing the rhythms of daily Vietnamese life, shopping at bustling markets, bargaining for fresh produce, and learning to spot the best deals like a local. Skip the hotels, find a guest house or shared apartment for $150–200 a month. These places aren't just affordable, they're a window into the real Vietnam. You'll trade luxury for authenticity, and in return, you'll get a home that's simple, clean, and full of character. Your room is simple, but it's your entry into a community. Neighbors, fruit from the landlord, maybe a beer invite. You'll find yourself sharing stories in the hallway, learning a few words of Vietnamese, and being welcomed into the daily rituals that make this place feel like home. Eat on the street, pho for $1, banh mi for less, grilled meats and noodles for a few bucks. Every meal is an adventure, with flavors that surprise you and prices that make you smile. The street food scene is vibrant, and every vendor has their own specialty, their own story. The best food is where the stools are low and the crowd is loud. Pull up a tiny chair, squeeze in beside locals, and let the energy of the street become part of your meal. Here, you're not just eating, you're joining a nightly celebration of flavor and community. Transport, grab bike rides for $1 or $2. Zipping through the city on the back of a motorbike, you'll see Vietnam from a whole new angle. Wind in your hair, neon lights flashing by, and the constant hum of life all around you. Entertainment is coffee on the sidewalk, a cheap movie, or a bus to the Mekong. Spend an afternoon people watching over a strong Cape Suaja, catch a local film for a few bucks, or hop on a bus to explore the lush countryside and winding rivers of the Delta. The budget isn't a restriction, it's a filter, stripping away the artificial and leaving you with the real Vietnam. It pushes you to discover hidden gems, to connect with people, and to experience the country in a way that's raw, honest, and unforgettable. You engage with the country on its own terms, and that's where the magic happens. With every dollar, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, building memories and finding a sense of belonging in a place that welcomes you as one of its own. Here's how it works. Imagine waking up in your modest room, sunlight filtering through the curtains, the city already humming outside. Your rent is paid, your mind at ease, and you've still got a stack of dong left for the day. The room isn't fancy, but it's comfortable, clean, and all yours. A quiet base in the heart of Vietnam, where every morning feels like a fresh start. Breakfast is bún riêu from a street cart, $1.25 for a steaming bowl that beats anything back home. The vendor greets you with a smile, ladling out rich broth and fresh noodles, topped with herbs and crab. You eat at a plastic table surrounded by locals, the city waking up around you. It's not just a meal, it's a ritual, a taste of daily life that never gets old. For lunch, you wander to a com bin don spot, point at whatever looks good, pile your plate high, and pay just $2. There's always something new. Caramelized pork, sautéed greens, crispy tofu, fragrant rice. The place is bustling, the food is home-cooked, and you're never rushed. It's a feast that feels both familiar and adventurous. Dinner, bun cha, grilled pork, fresh herbs, and rice noodles, plus a couple of cold beers, all for $4. The smoky aroma drifts through the air as you sit on a sidewalk stool, watching the world go by. It's a meal that brings people together, locals and travelers alike, sharing stories over simple, delicious food. You eat like royalty for under $10 a day. Each meal is an experience, a chance to try something new, to connect with the culture and the people. The variety is endless, and the flavors are unforgettable. Getting around is easy. Just hop on a grab bike and zip across town for $1. The ride is quick, the breeze refreshing, and you get to see the city from a whole new angle. No traffic jams, no stress, just the thrill of weaving through the streets like a local. Your world expands with every ride, new districts to explore, hidden markets to discover, food spots you'd never find otherwise. Each day brings a new adventure, whether it's a bustling market or quiet alleyway. Cafe. With rent, food, and transport, you're at $450 a month, leaving a cushion for extras. A haircut? $2. A t-shirt from a street vendor? $4. A day trip to the countryside with a local guide? $15. You can treat yourself without worrying about your budget, and every little splurge feels like a reward. Entertainment is the city itself. Slow coffee in a corner cafe, long walks through winding streets, people watching as life unfolds around you. There's always something happening, always a new story to witness, and it rarely costs more than a few coins. Living on the dong isn't scraping by, it's discovering that a rich life doesn't need a rich price tag. Simplicity becomes your luxury, and you realize that happiness is found in the little things. A good meal, a friendly face, a city that feels like home. To truly understand Vietnam, you have to eat it. Its history, culture, and philosophy are woven into every bite. Food here is more than sustenance, it's a living story, passed down through generations, shaped by geography, climate, and centuries of change. Vietnamese cuisine is all about balance: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy. Each dish is a careful dance of flavors where nothing overpowers and everything harmonizes. The use of fresh herbs, pickled vegetables, and vibrant condiments means every meal is a celebration of contrast and unity. Take pho, for example. It's the soul of Vietnamese food, a bowl of rich aromatic broth simmered for hours, soft rice noodles, a handful of fresh herbs, a squeeze of lime, and a dash of chili. Each spoonful is a warm embrace, a taste of home, and a symbol of resilience. The best meals are found on tiny plastic stools, just inches from the rush of traffic. Here, vendors have perfected a single dish over decades, serving it with pride and a smile. The street is their kitchen, and every customer is family. Banh mi is a history lesson in your hands, a crisp French baguette filled with savory Vietnamese ingredients. It's a delicious fusion, born from colonial times, now a symbol of adaptability and creativity, all for the price of $1. Vietnamese markets are a riot of chaos and color. Piles of fragrant herbs, bottles of pungent fish sauce, dragon fruit, live fish, and spices everywhere you look. The air buzzes with energy, and every sense is awakened. Here, you point, pay, taste, and learn. Every transaction is a lesson, every bite a discovery, and every meal a chance to connect with the people and stories behind the food. Meals are communal. At Quan Hao beer gardens, friends gather over grilled meats, fresh seafood, laughter, and endless toasts of Mot Hai, Ba, Do. It's about sharing, celebrating, and savoring the moment together. Eating in Vietnam is a ritual, a daily celebration of community, family, and friendship. Every meal is an invitation to join in, to share stories, and to create memories. It's loud, it's messy, and it's beautiful. A joyful chaos that brings people together and fills every meal with life. The taste of Vietnam is the taste of connection. Each dish a bridge between past and present. Each meal a celebration of togetherness. When the sun sets, Vietnam comes alive. Social life spills onto the sidewalks. The heart of it all is the Cà Phai, coffee shops from trendy to plastic stools where people linger for hours. As a foreigner, sitting here is an open invitation to observe, sometimes to connect. Nightlife exists, rooftop bars, clubs, backpacker chaos, but the real Vietnam is in the local spots. Follow locals to a Quan Nao open air, grilled food, cold beer, laughter. You might get stares, but they're usually followed by smile and an invite. People are proud, curious, and warm. Step away from tourist zones and you'll find genuine friendliness. A simple xin chào and a smile open doors. The social fabric is woven in these moments, brief but real. Here, you're not just a visitor, you're part of the scene. Dating in Vietnam is a world apart from Western casualness. Tradition and family shape everything. Relationships are serious, often with marriage in mind, and family approval is key. Public affection is reserved, intimacy is private, and conversations about sex are rare. For foreigners, patience and respect for these customs are essential. Love is expressed through gestures, loyalty, and quiet commitment, not grand displays. The pressure to marry, especially for women, is real and shapes relationships. Western men face stereotypes. Genuine trust comes from respecting culture and values. Relationships here are about more than two people, they're about families and tradition. It's a challenge, but also a chance to experience a deeper, more committed kind of love. Vietnamese women embody a unique grace, elegance and resilience in the chaos. They're entrepreneurs, caregivers, and the backbone of society. Tough, resourceful, hardworking. Their strength is worn lightly, seen in markets and on farms, not just in tradition. Interactions are warm, but respectful. Modesty and propriety matter. As a foreigner, respect and a calm approach go a long way. The beauty you see is rooted in history, family, and duty. The non-law and ao dai are more than symbols. They're practical, proud, and deeply cultural. Observing this grace is a window into the heart of Vietnam. Once the shock fades, the spirit of Vietnam sinks in. This is a country defined by resilience, not by war or hardship. The past is honored, but the focus is on today and tomorrow. You see it in the old woman selling tickets, the young tech entrepreneur, the rebuilt city streets. Family and community are everything. We matters more than I. Sharing food and stories, you tap into a collective spirit that's rare in the West. Vietnam teaches the value of simplicity, happiness in experiences, not things. The budget that seemed a constraint becomes a gift, opening doors to authenticity. You leave lighter in wallet, heavier in soul, with a new sense of what it means to be rich. Vietnam is a beautiful, maddening, intoxicating contradiction. It will challenge and change you, frustrate, delight, and surprise you. Go with less money, let the budget push you into the real Vietnam. Stay in a guest house, eat on the street, let locals invite you in. The best things aren't things at all. Vietnam rewards the curious and humble. You'll come back different. You'll remember the flavors, the chaos, the kindness, and the stories. Forget the brochures, just go. Arrive open, hungry, and ready to be changed. You won't regret it.